Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope all of you are doing really good. Welcome to the stream. And we're gonna work on the Angular cookbook this time. But hey, how are you doing? How has your week been? It's almost done. It's almost the end of the week. We're gonna have a good Friday and then we have the weekend. It's gonna be super awesome. I'm already ready for the weekend. It's been so much this week. It's been fun. But how are you doing, everyone? Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, anonymous developer. I've received 100 messages today with restream chat. That's interesting. Anonymous, what are you doing at such an hour? इतना लेट क्या चल रहा है? CSS borders, get link. I should probably wear my glasses so I don't get a strain on my eyes anymore. CSS margins, CSS padding. I'm just preparing some videos for my video editor so I can share it with them. And I'm gonna be done in just a minute. But how have you been, everyone? How are you? How are you? Padding. Let's do that. I think we should be good. Awesome. So yeah, this is what I was working on the videos a bit. The course that we have, the web dev course. Oops. So quite we're quite far in the course. We do have really good lectures on HTML5. We also have some lectures on CSS3, but it's in Urdu. So if you're watching for the first time, you're gonna not understand if you don't understand Urdu, because the course itself is web development basics in Urdu. But in this one, we're gonna actually work on the Angular cookbook. So let me quickly bring that to front so we can start working on it. Web Dev Basics Urdu. Nah, we don't need that. Let's open NG Cookbook second edition. And we also should be opening Angular Cookbook so we can get some ideas from them. Let's also pull up the chat. Docker chat. Let me see if there was a message on the chat. एनोनिमस लेवल पर कह रही हैं HTML जावास्क्रिप्ट सीखी है रिसेंटली फाइवर अकाउंट बनाया आज उसी की ऑप्टिमाइजेशन कर रहा गुड That sounds good. That sounds like a good place to start. Zabardast, Zabardast, keep it up. And also let's open this guy. इसको हम यहाँ तक ले आते हैं और ज़रा अब देख लेते हैं कि हमने लास्ट क्या किया था. So we did work on, I think the last chapter I worked on was optional dependencies. No, singleton service. Okay. So now I will work on the other one, and that is, which one is that? Let's have a look at it from the book. So the last recipe that I did from the Angular cookbook was this one. Where did it go? Yes, it was this one. No, not this one, but wait a second. Second edition, the singleton service. So if we go and do npm run serve ng singleton service, we should be able to run it. Let's move it here. Let's do this. And now we should be good. So now I think today we're going to start working on the next recipe. But everybody who's watching on Facebook, if you have any questions, you can ask right there. So type in the chat and then I'll be able to answer. जब तक हम ये देखते हैं कि what is the next recipe that I need to work on. Ta-da-da, ta-da-da. और ये interesting चीज़ है when you have to read your own book. Chapter 3. Chapter 3 should be creating a singleton service using provided in, और चौथी recipe है creating a singleton service using for root. तो I think it's going to be the same project जो कि हमने last उसमें बनाया है. Hifza Batul, hello, how are you doing? So I think I'm going to use the Angular singleton service as well. So it's going to be the same example that we did in the previous recipe, but we are going to make it using a different approach. Okay, Hifza, I think I got your message on Facebook, but I wasn't able to reply to it. So from what I understand, you were working on some sort of task or something and you needed help. If it's for a job, I don't usually help out with those. But if it's something else, just let me know. Your assignment, is it something from your school, from your universities? Is it from an employer? What kind of assignment is it? NG singleton service for root. This is the name that we give it. This is the one. It's for admission. Are you taking an admission in a university or something? Or is it a boot camp? So we are going to create a new app, npm run create. We're going to say chapter number 3, ng singleton service for root. And then we do a title that should be Angular singleton for root. And yes. So where are you taking your admission? Alhamdulillah. Okay, we got a new folder, ng singleton service for root. I don't really like the nx components to create हुए होते हैं. So I'm not really sure if I want them, but I'm pretty sure I don't want them. So I'm going to go into app. I'm going to remove nx development component. बिल्कुल ज़रूरत नहीं है इसकी. I'm going to delete this as well. I'm going to delete this as well. And then I can do some copy pasta. So we'll see. Saving app module TS, running prettier, Moment Shape, what am I looking at? You're looking at an Angular project that we are going to work with. Hifza, that sounds nice. Which company is it? What is the institute or the company's name that is having this diploma course? Moment, as I said, we're working with an Angular project for the second edition of my book. So this one is the first edition of my book, and Alhamdulillah, we were able to sell more than 1,400 copies of this one. But now I'm working on the second edition of this one because it is a bit outdated, not too much, but still I can basically update a lot of things now on this one. So that's why we are just gonna create new ones. So yes, I hope that answers the question. So now that we have created this, let's run this. npm run serve ng singleton service for root. Hyper Island. Hyper Island. Stadira Poor Hyper Island. Is that in? Hmm. Is it this one? Wagen 2. Hmm. Join a transformative learning experience. AI business consultant, behavioral design, brand strategy, business development skill, content developer. Hmm. Are you going to go in front end development, or are you going to go into some other course? Seems like front end development for me. Date 7th August 2023 to March 28, 2025. So it's 2 years. Want to be bridge between designer, project manager, client, da da da. Full time, 2 years. Ba ba ba. 2 years program. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it. Applicants from countries outside of EU apply by March. And it's about 200,000 sec. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Nordic application, international application. Learn everything from HTML, blah blah blah. Agile development, UI UX tool for interface design. Sounds good. Oh, you mean the application task? Have you considered looking into Salt, Hifza? Have you considered looking into Salt.study? For you, it's free. Then that's good. I think. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So, if you haven't looked into Salt, I would also encourage looking into Salt. Salt is a boot camp in Sweden that teaches you 3 months. It's also free, but there are some I mean, I wouldn't say catches, but then there are some commitments. So it's also a full-time boot camp if you want to have a look at that. So right now for summer 2023, which is going to be the next boot camp, you can also apply for this one. Yeah. So this one has 3 months of boot camp. It's very intense, very tough as well. But if you get in and if you do 3 months of 3 months of boot camp, then Salt hires you automatically. So all you need to do is study well, clear the exams or clear the weekend tests, clear the exams, perform really good in the boot camp, and at the end of the boot camp, Salt hires you, and then Salt also tries to then place you to a consultant, place you as a consultant to one of the companies available. So it's a very cool boot camp, and I am heading or I'm leading the JavaScript bootcamp within Salt as a head instructor. So I'm one of the head instructors at Salt. So if you're interested in getting into JavaScript, you can try that. If you're interested in .NET or Java, you can also try that. I think right now we have applications open as well, and yeah, I think then you'll get a coding test. If you pass the coding test, then you're shortlisted. So it's a very tough pipeline, but yes, check it out when you can. It's only for the people in EU, or not even EU, but in Sweden, who can work in Sweden. Awesome, awesome. All right, now that we have created this project, let's add some stuff to it. So I think if I go to the previous book, the singleton service also probably had the same things. versioning. Yeah, exactly the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy paste stuff. So singleton service had source, app, components. So I'm going to just be blunt and copy this. So what do we have in app component in HTML? I think just the router outlet. Yeah, we have that. Do we have any styles here? No. Do we have anything here? No. App module? Also no. So let's quickly go here, do some copy pasta. There we go. Yeah, because I think 2 years is a really long period. If you can commit to, yeah, if you can commit to 3 months of hard work, then I think Salt is a much better option in that case. Alrighty, so now that we have this, let's see, did we get anything else? No, we did not. Now let's have a look at the app module, which has this one. And then we should also have app routes. So I need to configure routing. Let's quickly go to app.routes, configure routes there. And we go to home page. Cool, cool, cool. But it doesn't show anything. Why does it show anything? Because do we have an error? No, we don't. Oh, because we don't have a router outlet. Here we should have a router outlet. No problem, Hifza. Happy to help. And also tell it to others as well. Alrighty, now we can see our code. Yay! Add notification, remove notification. We don't have our notification at the top of the header, so let's also bring that one in. Where do I have my header notification? Here it is. Spacer, notification bell. And where's my code? It should be here. Spacer, notification bell. Ooh, notifications button is not there, so I would have to import that in app module. So let's also declare notifications button component, save it. Everything should be happy. We should. No problem. I also live in Stockholm. Where in Stockholm do you live? Which, what do you call it? Which, are you living in suburb or city center? Or far, far away from city center? So we got this. Okay, let's see. Do we get an error? I think we do. Notification service. Hmm. That makes sense. But, oh, okay. So that means we should be, yes. And here we're going to have to add notification service. Import it. Yes. You live in Shista. Good, good, good. I live in Solna. So notification service. And then we should also have a home component, which should be using notification service. Yes, it does. And then we should have a notification service here. Okay, cool. So the app should work now. Cool, cool, cool. Refresh. Look at console. No errors. Oh, I also forgot for some reason. For some weird reason, I have my theme as bright for some reason. Let's please switch to dark mode. Turn on dark mode for apps. Yes, please. Do it. Dark. I have no clue why I did not change the mode ever. I don't know why. Orchid purple. Indigo. Do we have indigo? Plum. Orchid light. Iris. Iris pest. Maybe I want this one. Contrast theme. Blah blah blah. Changing taskbar color. Do we need to change taskbar color? No. Okay, this just opened. Yeah, it's pretty near. I think we often go to Shista just for groceries. But hey, look at this. This looks so much better. Dark mode. Yay. Add notification. Da da da. Muhammad Afan wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alright, so we have a problem here. So let's chapter 3. Chuck Norris? No. Uh, drive.google.com. Recent. Chapter 3. I'm going to move out the chapter to another screen so I can work with that while talking to you as well. So yeah, this is if I were to explain to you what I'm doing right now, it would be that we have an app in which we have a couple of buttons. So I can add notification. You can see the notification count changes here. Ba, 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 ba. I can remove notifications and I can reset the count. But the problem is I want this number to also be here. And that does not happen. You can see that the number at the top still remains 0. So we don't want that. We want this number to be shown there. The reason for that is that we are using a service, but I'm going to be right back. I need my glasses. Hmm. Okay, I almost have my glasses. How can I add a dark theme option on my page? I think I created a video about this. Adding dark theme in about 4 steps or something. I don't recall where it is, but there is a video that talks about it. But in general, you should be able to do it by just doing a bit of Googling. What console do I check? This is the console that I usually check most of the times, I think. Let's see if I can find the video for you. Content, dark. Yeah, there it is. So, shareable link. There's a video. So if I wanted to show you, it would be this. Do we have any sound there? No, it doesn't seem like it. Oh, here it is.
Should be able implementing dark mode quickly in your website in 4 steps. Number 1, add the web component of dark toggle from Chrome Labs, just like this in your script file, then add it to your HTML with the following parameters. Once you save, you should be able to see these toggle right here, but now it doesn't do anything. Next thing, create 2 files with 2 different themes like dark CSS and light CSS, and make sure to add the styles that are according to the dark or light theme. Then add those CSS files into your head in the HTML tag, and here you can see that both of them have this media property which is using prefers color scheme light or dark. Now you should be able to switch the colors as you can see, but it's not really using the theme in the inputs. So finally, in your JavaScript file, you need to start listening to the color scheme change event by applying it on document. And when that event is triggered, we are going to assign the style property color scheme on the root element just like this. Once you do this, you can see that in the dark mode, all the inputs are now black, and on the light mode, all the inputs are now white. And that's how easy it is to implement dark and light mode in your web application. If you found this video useful, follow me.
Hey, so that's the one. Yeah, I think I also have another video that is this one. एक ही दिन बाद कितने और जीतेंगे? Yes. I think that video also contains the same thing, but I think in a better way. Awesome, Zabardast. I'm glad कि अब मैंने अपने glasses पहने हुए, तो it's not straining. ओके, तो अब हम बात ये कर रहे थे कि ये नंबर और ये नंबर सेम होना चाहिए, क्योंकि हम काम ये कर रहे हैं कि हम सेम क्लास यूज़ कर रहे हैं टू कीप दिस नंबर. But the problem is that when we assign that class to header and this component, we create 2 different instances of it. So one is provided here, one is provided here. And if we do anything in this instance, it doesn't reflect here. So we need one single instance that can be shared among both of those. So how do we do it? Let me try to read the chat, or not the chat, but the book. So we should have provided in, and then we should also have, give me 1 second. Yeah. So here, can we do something like this? So do this, and then do this. Where are you? Here you are. Right. And then we have the chat as well. And now I would have to just zoom out a lot, which still makes sense. Okay. So let's do this. So for root, in this recipe, you're going to learn how to use modular providers and the for root statement. Doesn't seem, oh, crashed. So the page crashed. Okay, Google Docs. Thank you. Let's go down. Here, singleton service using for root. Okay. So in this one, we are saying, all right, you're going to learn how to use modular providers and for root statement to ensure your Angular service being used as singleton in the entire app. Makes sense. I'm going to have to copy the statement from. No, did it crash again? Well, that's sad. Okay, did not crash. Provided in. So this is what I'm going to copy. For salt, do we need any previous experience or study? You need to have a bit of background with coding, I think, but not too much. I mean, if you have enough background to understand what are loops, what are variables, and you can do basic coding, then I think you can get in. But still, it's a very tough competition. I would still say try. And if you get in, really good. If you don't get in, then you still have this 2 years diploma that you can do. But yes, it requires a bit of, it expects you to do a bit of coding before you join Salt. Is it called for root? What was the name of the app? I'm so confused. It's called pa 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 for root. Yeah, that's the one. Cool, cool, cool. So rename it, copy it, and paste it right here. And then this as well. To start the project, pum pum pum. Now we gotta take a really cool screenshot. So we're gonna go and do it like this. Boom. Now we've got the screenshot. Oops, did not want it. And now I can delete this old screenshot and put the new shiny one. Yay! Add notification, remove, blah, blah, blah. Now, how do we do it? We start, in order to make sure we have a single service, you need to understand how static for root methods are created and implemented. Perform the following steps. First, we'll make sure that the service has its own module. Okay, so what I want to do really is, I'm thinking now how I should cover this, to be honest. Because right now we have a singleton service for root, we have a project which works, but what we want to do is actually to have a single service that can work with it. So how do we want to do this the best way? Yeah, let's try to do it as it is in the book. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, let's commit this situation. Git status, git add, git commit. You can say chore ng singleton for root starter files. Cool. Now we can start with this recipe. So first of all, it says first we'll make sure that core service is its own module. In many Angular applications, you'll probably see core module where the services are provided. Given we're not using the provided in root syntax for some reason, to begin, we'll create a module named service module using the following command. Now this command has to change. It should be something like npx nx g m services. This is not correct. It should be services slash, or actually this is correct, services module. Okay, then we should also say project. So dash 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 project, and then here this should be the same project name, ng singleton service for root. All right, so we're going to go ahead and run this command in our code, second edition, and now we run npx ng m services, which should create a new services module right here. Let's see if it does it. It does not, because we need to do cd start. Okay, so let's do this. Cd start and from the project root. So we do this. Thank you for the really good information. I'm leaving here because Angular is a little advanced for me. Allah Hafiz. No problem. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so let's do this. Cd start and npx ng service. No such file or directory, of course. So now if I do this, I should get a services module created. Yay, we got one. All right. So now that we've got this, let's see what the next step is. Now that we've created the module, let's create a static method inside the service module. TS file, we'll name it for root and returns a module with providers object that contains notification service provided in the providers array. Okay, so we go ahead and we create this static method right there. So we go to our code, and in here, I think we should also rephrase this a bit. So we should say, now that we have created the module, actually we could say, let's create a static method for root inside the service module class in the blah 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 file. Service module class. Okay, so we are creating a for root method with module with providers. We're going to import it from Angular core. We're going to also provide the notification service, and we're going to copy pasta the code here. Okay, so in this case, we got this, do this, copy paste. Yeah, looks pretty similar to me. So I'm going to copy this guy, and where are you? And then I'm going to go and say notification service. So we imported this one, and we imported this one. What is it? Providers, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Now we'll remove the notification service from app module. File imports array include service module in the app module TS file. In particular, we'll add the imports array using for root method as highlighted in the following code block. Where's the code block? This is because it's in, for instance. Okay, that makes sense. So now I can go to my code, and then instead of having the notification service here, I can remove it. And in the imports, I can go ahead and say services module dot for root like this. And then I can remove it. So now if I go ahead, I could actually say a dot dot dot. So remove this, remove this, then you add it. Let's also reduce this. Let's also add a dot 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 there. And then we have providers. Remove this. Yeah, it looks good. You'll notice when adding removing notifications, the count in the header still doesn't change. This is because they are still providing we're still providing notification in the version module file. Now this is not version module file anymore. This is changed to home dot module.ts. So I'm going to change that here as well. So if I go back to my code here, save this. Yes, if I do this, it still works, but it doesn't reflect it here. We'll remove the notification server from providers array in the version in the home module file as follows. So if I go to my code, I can go to home module, and now I can do the same. Notification service removed, and imports would now contain services module, right? And then I can put this, copy. But now if I go ahead and do this, yay, you can see that now on the top even it changes because now we are using the same service. Awesome, awesome. Let's change this guy, go here, paste it. What? Something happened. Oh, because no, okay. So we should have notification service. Is it called notification service? I think yes. Notifications service, yes. So we say papa. Nope. Remove this. And then you go ahead and add service module. You also put remove this to here. But then you also remove this, 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 this please, thank you. And then you also do okay, a bolt here, and I think the rest of it should be the same. So dot dot dot, and there we go. So we are saying, all right, remove the notification service, add the services module, but also add the service module right here, and then remove the notification service. Cool. All right, so far you've done a great job. I think we should just say great job. Great job. Great job. Now you have finished the recipe. In the next section, wrapper around ng module with it allows you to declare ng module with providers. So the module where it is being imported gets the providers as well. We created the for root method in our services module that returns module with providers containing our provided notification service. This allows to provide notification service only once in the entire app, which results in only one instance of the services in the app. Okay. I think now I am a bit confused because I think for this recipe we should probably have the component as a standalone without any module. That's what I think. So maybe I should change it. Maybe I should not change it. And if I change it, then we have a problem. Let's not change it for now. Okay, so we remove the notification service. There we go. Let's quickly have a look at what did we do. App module has services module, blah blah blah. For root, home module has services module there. Services module is a simple, easy peasy module with just a notification service. I think we're good. So now I'm gonna quickly copy it. npm run copy 03 ng singleton service for root, and that should copy it without issues. Oh, I should run it from the project root. Copy it. Thank you. So now that I have it, I can do git add final. So I can get the final changes and I can discard the changes in the start folder. Da-da-da. And now I can run it, but I can run both of them. For root, both. Serve both of the files, the starter one and the ending one, and then we are going to compare both of them and see, all right, the first one before the recipe was not working. The second one after following the recipe should be working. Okay. 4201. This one is building, I think, still. Yeah, generating the browser application. Okay, let's quickly go to this one. This should now not work in here because this is the starter file. And the other one that I have should be working, which should be this one. And this should be working. Yay! We do have the notifications working in this one. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. So this one doesn't work. After following the recipe, this one works. Do we need to add more links to it? No. I think we only have one recipe left for this one, which is, oh no, two recipes. But I think it should be good. Okay. Awesome. But I think we are good in this case. So let's see. Ooh, awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Then I think we are going to keep it at this and end the stream. And then the next time I work on the book, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to be live then. So thank you. Take care of yourself, your families. I'm going to see you later. Oh, Fahad, what a good timing. Hey, Fahad. Bye, Fahad. I'm going to go off the stream now. But hey, good to see you. Take care.